Hey, what's going on? Strat Soldier here for the weekend shift. The weekend shift. How you guys doing? Thank you so much for being patient. Thank you. Being patient. I had to go do some real world stuff, so I'm back. All right, I'm back. So hopefully everybody comes back, and we'll see. We'll see. And if you don't, because you got other stuff going on, you're busy, and you know what time we usually do stuff. So if you can't, that's fine too. I know you guys will watch this later on. I answered the question about the domino effect versus trading actual combinations and what Rob actually talked about. So go watch that. It's a very short video, and I will put that back in. I'll make a short clip of that and put that in there. Beach Bum is in the house. What is going on, Beach Bum? How did the show go over there? Brent, short name Brent, code name Brent. In the house. Heck yeah. This is Justin Davis. He is a Strat Warrior. He is in the Strat Warrior. He's got the Strat Warrior membership on YouTube, and he is doing fantastic. He also works with other people too. So, and they do day trading and scalping and all that stuff too. He is kicking butt. All right, and he was in the Strat Camp webinar back in April. We're gonna run one here maybe next week, and we got to see. My schedule's getting tight. It's summertime, and the Army wants to train, so it's getting tight. So we'll see what we want to. Hopefully, we could do it next week. But yeah, get in that Strat Camp webinar. That's where I go through the entire Strat all in one night. And if you get an ebook, if you get one of the courses, you might see a little upsell for a chance to get in to watch the Strat Camp. But anyway, go check out thestratsoldier.com. That's where we do it. That's where we do all the training. All right. Hammer in Force is the new ebook. And then if you hit all products, you can see I got an execution course that just talks about all actionable signals. Time frames continuity is taught in the Strat Trade Checklist course. All right, that's where I talk about trading those combinations, trading time frame continuity, putting it all together, and then unlocking broadening formations. That's where I talk about how to trade with broadening formations, unlocking the mysteries of the third universal truth. And then I like that course a lot because it's with real traders, and that was really fun to make and they're really fun to do. And there's one trader in there giving some hard questions, boy. She's giving me the business. She's giving me the business. But Combat Load will get you everything on the website, all right? Everything. So I got a couple more minutes in my intro. So good morning. Thank you so much for coming back. Really good. Thank you. And thank you for the comments and questions in the chat. Thank you on these videos, on all the videos, okay? Thank you so much. If you give me questions, the Strat Warrior membership group gets you coaching sessions, and I do that 1 hour before the weekend shift. That was really good. Terry Baker was in there. It was a really good show. Good time. Long name, Fitter Trades. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Makes sense. I know Fitter Trades. I know him. You got all kind of aliases. All right. Let me see. I got 3 minutes. So not a lot happened today. Not a lot happened this week. Not a lot happened at all. Okay. Just kind of drifting into the highs. We'll look at that. Mostly inside week. Most of the week I talked about not trading things that are stuck inside last weekend shift. So I don't want to beat. I'm going to keep talking about it, right? And yes, I do trade the Strat and teach the Strat just like Rob taught it. Okay, I just want to say that. A lot of people out here have gimmicks and things like that. I worked with Rob for 2 years straight. All right, 2 years, and then was in his live courses and coaching sessions and all that stuff. All his material and everything he put out since 2019. So They're gonna check me. I know they're gonna watch they're gonna watch the domino effect video, the one I edited down. You know, they're probably already, you know, come up with a strategy to discredit me and all of that. Let them have at it. That's their business. They want to spend all that time and energy. That's fine. I'm trying to find these actionable signals so I can create winning positions, add to them, and defend them with tight stops. That's what I'm talking about. Beach Bum, what'd you guys talk about on your show? What'd you guys talk about on your show, Beach Bum? Any good stocks? We only got one actionable signal on one of the sectors. I think it's, I want to say, we'll go with the sectors in just a minute when I start talking about the broader averages. My green screen. So I decided to buy a green helmet to wear during the show, and it's fun. And but now my green screen hates me because it does this stuff. Because this is like, oh, okay, you want to wear something green when I'm trying to filter out green. All right. So my green screen hates me right now until I figure it out. Good morning, Marlon B from the West Coast. How you doing? Sand Dollar's back. Thank you, Sand Dollar. Thank you. What do you want to talk about first? That's when you use a super chat, I stop what I'm talking about and talk about what you want to talk about. Also, the coffee cups, it's working. I got them designed. I just got to order them and then all that stuff. So it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. All right. Sand Dollar wants to talk about ACHR. And then Beach Bum says, I'm taking a break from live streams, so no show today. Yeah. I'm going to be taking a break here in a couple weeks too. So I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Got to keep that momentum up. You can run some reruns or something. All right, let's get in the tank. Let's look at what happened last. Let's get in the tank, look what happened last week, and then look for actionable signals and answer some questions, all right? Let's do it. All right, we are in the tank, y'all. Gotta keep it. We are ready for battle. All right. I got some extra rounds right here. I'm ready to go. Okay. Yeah, my green screen is like, oh, you got some jokes. My green screen hates me so bad. Oh, it hates me. I'll work on it. I thought about getting a blue screen. That's a whole nother problem too. I tested it. It's just mad at me. Period. My green screen's mad. All right, Sand Dollar's in the house. He says, I want to talk about ACHR. And then for everybody else, say it right. Thank you so much. That's my timer telling me, hey, man, stay on track. Stay on track, man. All right, so for everybody else, if you go down to the bottom there, you'll see that little dollar symbol. That's the super chats. Get in there. There's some little ones. There's some big ones. It's kind of like a tip jar. And, and I stop what I'm talking about and talk about what you want to talk about. And then for the members out there, for the members of the YouTube channel, Strat Warriors and the Weekend Shift crew, we have our own emotes. Check this out. Hold on. Oh, I got look at that. That's so cool. And then I've got the hammer and force little emote there. Oh man, that is cool. We need to get some more. I need to make some more. I can make, look at that. That's cool. Hammer and force. All right. That's enough of that. He says, I want to look at ACHR, Anchor. What is this? Archer Aviation. Right now, inside on the month, I technically doing nothing right now. The buyers don't know what they want to do, but we do have a shooter on the week. And, man, trading sideways big time. That's reconfirmed by the month. So, I mean, it's just trading sideways, Sand Dollar. I don't know why you want to be in this. Maybe we're looking for some downside action, maybe. I don't know. Maybe that's what we're looking for. Marlon B says, I got some emotes in here too, player. Heck yeah. I love it. So sand dollar, we got a shooter on the week, and maybe this is gonna keep going to the downside, all right? And it's all stuck in this mother bar right here. And here's our magnitude, because if that thing goes and force below $9.76, it's definitely going to take out this first target of $9.49 and just keep going to the lows. So let's see if it goes all the way down to 884. And then is there any reason to go long on this? Because usually sand dollar likes to do this scalping. I have learned that he likes to do that scalping. So he'll take a long position and then use options to trade around that long position. That's really smart. Right now, inside on the quarter, looking for it. It's going to be oh man, I don't know.
Shop in here, folks.
We'll see. Yeah, sand dollar, I trust you, man. I know you know what a good signal looks like. So it was 2 up on the year. It'll go back 2 up on the year above $11.76. Maybe that's why he wants to be in this, and he's trying to get back up to 18. This is a brand new company, started in 2020. It's about 5 years old, and he wants to get this thing going to the upside, I think. But right now, actionable signal to the lows. We'll put that on the weekly watch list for this week. All right. We'll put that on there. Here's our monthly signals. Let's see here. Joe Dell Phillips. Oh, I got to go through the broader averages. Thank you so much, Joe Dell. He's back. I got to go through the broader averages. Sand Dollar used that super chat, so I got to talk about what he wanted to talk about. Let me get through the broader averages, and then Joe Dell's next. All right. We want to look at. Let me write it down. WDC, and then Amazon. Amazon went to the highs. If you are in the weekend shift crew on YouTube, you saw that on our daily videos, and it was awesome. That was awesome. He says, okay, just got back. Very good. We just started too. So thank you for coming back, and thank you for your understanding. Let's go through the broader averages. Give me multi-view. I used to call this Rob Vision. Rob Vision. I've only seen this on TrendSpider only. Let's go to the weekly charts. What do we got? Weekly charts. Weekly charts. If you want a chance to get in on some TrendSpider action, there's a link in the description. Hit that link. That'll get you 25% off. All right. So what do we got here? We got, I'm going to blow up every one of these little windows so we can see a little better, because you can see that I'm in the way of XLP, okay? I'm in the way just a little bit. And my green screen is just hating life. It's just like, this guy. Anyway, not a lot going on the week. Finally went 2 up on the week on SPY. Inside on the week on Dow Jones. That's an actionable signal. And then it's really hard to see, but we did go 2 up on QQQ, all right? Yuck. Didn't do much. Ends as a doji. UVXY, we could see the volatility is going to the lows. That's a good thing. Now, with this volatility going to the lows, you can get puts and work this thing as it's going to the downside, all right? You want to avoid those spikes, though, okay? Trading those VIX products is one of Rob's secret weapons. That's one of the Strat's secret weapons. I know I just said it on the weekend shift. If you want to learn more about it, I'll tell you later. But trading those VIX ETNs, secret weapon, okay? XLK did go 2 up on the week, but ends as this little crappy thing. I wouldn't call that a shooter. Marlon B says, let me talk about tech. He says, talk about tech a little bit, but not a lot going on there, okay? Not really, we could probably get a 2-2 down on the week there, but it's not really getting murdered, okay? Not getting killed, so be careful there, be careful. XLU with utilities. All right, this is a defensive position, and it went outside week to the upside, scenario 3, all right? And defensive it's a defensive position. So this is where institutional buyers will hide their money. When they really don't see anything going on in any other sector, but they don't want to take their money out, they'll put their money in here. Got to pay those light bills, water bills, got to take the trash out, all that stuff. So XLE did go 212 up and did hit magnitude on the week. That was good. Winner. All right, that was good. Labu drift into the highs. All right, now there's going to be some news on this. The president is going to announce some crazy tariffs on pharmaceuticals. We'll see what this does, but hey, it's going to the highs. Somebody's doing something good in there. XLV Healthcare has been having such a hard time. All right, here's April. All right, it's been having such a hard time. And it's been having a hard time all year. Here's January, right here. Yay, boo. Sideways, okay? Sideways. Now, in technical analysis, they call this accumulation. So we'll see. Maybe it'll go to the highs. We'll see. We'll see. XRT retail. Is that a shooter? Ugly shooter. I'll call it an ugly shooter. It's really close. I'm going to call it an ugly shooter. Shooter on XRT. And we got Sandal. Thank you so much, Sandal, for another super chat. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, I think that's 5 for the month. I might have to do a Q&A tomorrow. I'll have to do it tomorrow. It's five super chats. That's the goal, right? So I might have to do a Q&A tomorrow. So thank you so much, Sandollar. Q&A tomorrow, you guys. Make sure you thank Sandollar. Thank you. Momo Hammer Enforce for shaking my head. Semiconductors to the highs. And you would have to find an actionable signal on that on a smaller time frame, but it's been working well since May. All right, you could take this 1-bar rev strat right here. What's a 1-bar rev strat? Some people like to call it the Nirvana setup. It's a 1-bar rev strat. All right, inside bar 3. All right, 1 3. All right, inside bar, take them down, right back in their face. All right, and you would get in here. All right, still good. Now the Nirvana setup is the 3 1 2. Excuse me, 1 3 2. 1 3 2. And now 8X likes to talk about that a lot. He calls it the 1 3 2. See you later. All right, see you later, and it's gone. That's good. You could trade that, right? The thing is, you got to be careful, right? You don't want this next 2 to fall back into this 3 and start chopping around in there. So be careful. Be careful. That 1 3 2 situation worked fantastic. All right, these are weekly charts, weekly. All right. He says, "Give me JOBY. Give me Jobby." All right, good. All right, and then for last one, XLP, consumer staples not really doing nothing. No actionable signal for next week either. Not a lot going on out here, folks, all right? And that's okay. Summer is started, and then we're going to get into the dog days of summer, meaning there's not going to be a lot of stuff out here. There's not. I know that they want to, there's going to be a lot of people that come on the scene. Usually around summertime is when new traders and new teachers come out. They come out to play because the volume is low. Everything they do looks like it's a winner every time, and they're geniuses. But what's going on is there's low volume. The institutional buyers don't really, they're going on vacation too. They're real people. I know we always talk about algorithms and computer trading and things like that, but they're real people hitting those buttons and setting up those programs. They go on vacation too. So during the summer, they do nothing, all right? They just kind of chill. Let's go look at, right before we got it, give me a second here, Sandollar. I know, Sandollar, give me a second. Let me get to the seasonality on SPY. Let's go to SPY. All right, give me a seasonality chart right here on TrendSpider. Add it. We'll add it to here so we can see it better in the thing here. That's 33 years. All right, seasonality for 33 years. And my green screen is like, I hate you. Anyway, let's make it right. Let's go for the last 5 years, all right? January, last 5 years, all right? That's 26 years. What the heck? Come on, give me, hold on. January, look at this, all right? Seasonality, let me get out of the way. Seasonality on TrendSpider. Now, Dog days of summer. This is something I started realizing working with Rob. In the summertime, everybody's out doing something else. All right. July, this is looking great, and then August, all right, not doing so much, and in September, most of the time it's always red. We'll look at some monthly charts in a minute. Most of the time it's always red, and then for the last 6 years, it's been red in October, all right, and then everybody comes back in. Usually everybody comes back into the market on that third quarter, the fourth quarter. And then if you watch that interview with Weekly Stock Chart, he actually recommends not trading during the summer. He does not trade during the summer. What he does is build up that capital. He builds up that capital during the summer. Put some more money in there, all right? That's what he does. And then he waits and he looks for actionable signals, all right? Go watch those two interviews. It was like a 3-hour show. And we broke it up. We broke it up into 2 episodes. It was really good. He's a really smart man. And he likes fishing too. That makes him extra smart. And he trades the Strat. That's triple smart. Triple smart. Anyway. See, so dog days of summer, don't be forcing trades and getting you into bad positions, okay? Me personally, I'm going to be trading a lot less. That's what I've done the last couple years, and it's worked out really, really well for me. So let's go to actionable signals. It's that time, y'all. It's that time to look for actionable signals. I swear. I know. Don't obsess. Don't obsess during the show. I know. Anyway. All right, let's look for some actionable signals for next week. Let's do it. All right, let's do it. Let's look for them actionable signals. And we wanted to look at W. Oh, Marlon B jumped in. I got to look at Jobby first. Marlon B jumped in with that super chat. Thank you. And I'm working on, I don't know if you were in here, I'm working on these coffee cups, all right? I got them designed. I just got to order them. I'll be Sandollar, Marlon B, Ryan, there's a couple others. You'll be getting them. Hold on. You'll be getting them. WDC. No, Jobby. And then I got to get to Jodell. Jobby. Wow, another aviation stock. Okay, very good. I see a trend here. To the highs, all right? It's doing some good things. It's 12 bucks. Easy to trade. I don't know what the options look like, but daggone it, it looks like it's good. It is 2-2 reversal back up on the year. Jobby, 212 up on the year. We talked about this before. 212 up on the year. I'll make sure that's on the macro list. It is doing great. 3-2 up on the quarter. Still good. Yes. All right, still good. Now, no actionable signal for next week. No actionable. Well, there is a shooter on the daily. Maybe we'll get some profit taking. What I really like about this, and I know, Rob never talked about, lagging indicators. I understand that. But there's so many tools here in TrendSpider. Why ignore them all? This is the money flow index. And this measures volume and price at the same time, okay? So we can at least get a little bit closer to quantifying volume. When you want this thing to be reconfirming what we're seeing on the price, all right? All right, the price is going up. You want this to be going up, and that's what it's doing. That's awesome. That means they're really putting their money in this. All right, that's awesome. Now remember that, because let's look at Tesla really quick. Tesla. All right, hold on. I know. Tesla going to the highs just a little bit. All right, but look. All right, so even though we got this action happening, all right, it went up. Trending up. Look at the money flow index. Not doing much, all right? Again, so this shows that there's not a lot of volume in here. Not a lot of volume. We're not using this money flow index to look for buys and sells. No, and we're not using it as a predictor of what's going to happen in the future. No, we are just using this to reconfirm that, yes, they're in that thing. Right now, there's some people in Tesla, but they're not really in Tesla, all right? Jobby, let's go back to Jobby. All right, they're really in that. All right, they are really in this thing. Beautiful. Let's make sure that's on the macro list. Macro, bam. It's in the macro list, all right? Don't know why it wasn't before because we have talked about that before. Let's keep on going. Let's see. Jobby Aviation stock goes vertical as secret massive drone archives, massive drone achieves 9-hour flight. Stock goes vertical. Now that's a headline. That's a headline right there. That's what I'm talking about. We don't trade the news in the Strat, but that's a good headline. All right, let's go to Marlon B. Thank you so much, Marlon B, for the super chat. Copper Cup will be on its way once I get done. Carvana has been doing great. I was trading Carvana back in the day during COVID times, and I never got back in that thing. Carvana is one of those regrets. Because I should have got back in that sucker, but it was just getting murdered. It was doing all of this, and I was like, forget it. And then when it started working, I just ignored it. I don't know. It's my bad. My bad. But hey, there's still room on that. Is there? Ooh, just like, I don't know, maybe $20 more, and it'll be at all-time highs. Maybe the Carvana investors will, like, insider traders will sell this down really hard and then let me get back in. That's what they'll do. They'll do that for me. Right now, green on the month, you do have a shooter on the week. Now, this could just be profit taking because, daggone it, they are really in this thing, okay? Really, really in this thing. So, 2-2. Possible 2-2 reversal down, possible shooter in force. That shooter goes in force below 341.60. The magnitude's 320, 327. Okay, all right. Let me go get this. Let me put this on the weekend shift watch list. All right, so that's there, and then okay. Let's go back to this domino effect and trading combinations, all right? I'm not going to harp too much on this, but I got go watch that video. You want to look for combinations, okay? All right? And then when you're in those combinations, you want to keep working them. Yes, you have a shooter on the week. Are there any other actionable signals on these charts? You have a Momo shooter on the daily. Okay, so now we have 2 actionable signals. Shooter on the weekly, Momo hammer on the daily. Come on now. Come on. Any actual signals on the oh, let me switch this to the 60s. Come on now. Any actual signals on the 60s? Is that a Momo shoot? Nope, that's just death down there. No. All right. So you got 2 actionable signals. Momo shooter on the weekly, shooter on the weekly, Momo shooter on the daily. Okay? All right? And well, no. You can't call this a shooter yet, okay? Can't call that a shooter on the month yet, all right? But you do have, this is trading combinations, okay? Now, if you want to argue that you want to trade, you want to get in on a smaller time frame, that might trigger the daily, that might trigger the weekly, that's more in line to what Rob talked about and how to trade these combinations than this domino effect. This domino effect, what they're talking about is they're going down to the 15-minute charts, they're finding a reversal there, and then hopefully it never comes back. All right? And then honestly, I was in there for a year with these guys. When those actionable signals go in force on the 15-minute and it does trigger that Momo hammer on the daily, they're going to tell you, take your profits, time to get out. It's exhaustion risk. That's exactly what they're going to tell you to say. Or excuse me, that's exactly what they're going to say. That's exactly what they're going to tell you to do. And then if it keeps going, they're going to say, oh, triggered the weekly. That's what we wanted. All right? Take your profits. So it's a mess. It's a mess over there. That's why and most of the time when they talk about this domino effect stuff, they're disregarding time frame continuity so that they can just take positions, okay? Anyway, so you want to talk about trading combinations? That's how you do it. Actionable signal on the week, actionable signal on the daily. Awesome. When the day starts, if you don't take this if you don't take this shooter in force, that's where I would take it. Shooter in force on the week. That's my entry right here on the week. All right. But if you want to wait, It's in force on the week. Okay, the Momo shooter in force on the day. Where's my actionable signal? Let's say it goes down, 2-2 back up, and then goes back down. You want to take that? That's fine. It's reconfirming what's happening, that the sellers are in control. That's how you do that. All right? All right. Carvana, and then FSLR. FSLR sometimes can be a hot mess, but when it's working, it's working. And then when they want to sell it, they sell it. On the month right now, it went 2 and 2 up. It goes back and forth above 179, but we'll see what they want to do. Right now, sellers are in control. It is inside on the week, and we had some levels of reclaim marked there, but we'll see. We got one right here, all right, and it's working its way down through this range right here, all right, and the magnitude of that range is 147. Inside on the week right now, let's see if that goes in force below 162.44. It'll definitely hit that first target. So our second target we're looking for is 139, all right, FSLR, very good. There you go, that's a little bit better. Let's get rid of this one because it's kind of confusing. All right, there you go. All right, awesome. Let's clean up the weekly signals list so we know what's going on. We still got some stuff from Marlon B. Okay, weekly watch list. Where are you? I know I missed it. There it is. Weekly signals. All right, if you want to go watch, if you're in the weekend shift crew, you'll see all these updates. I did a live show last night at around midnight to see what worked and what did not work. But for the show, I'm just gonna erase all of this. All right. I know I usually go over what happened, what worked, and what didn't work, but we got to get working. We got to get to work right now on this list for next week. Okay. So we can shift crew, go check that out. So we got Carvana, ARC, and FSLR so far. Let's look at Oracle's been working. Oracle's been just blasting. Shout out to Zoe. She has been doing amazing, aka Erica. She's been doing amazing. She's been trading some good stocks. It took a while. She was trading some crappy stocks in crappy directions, but she's been doing great. This is really old on Oracle. Here's your levels of reclaim, and it totally just blew past all of those. Now at all-time highs, doing great things, and now you got a shooter on the week. This shooter is more than likely just profit taking. It is at the top of the broadening formation, and we look for those actionable signals at the top of the broadening formation, all right? And it could start working its way to the other side. Let's see how far they take it down. All right, if it gets back into this level of reclaim right here, it can get all the way back down to 202.96. But this shooter, 229.50, and the magnitude's 216.13. I don't know what the options look like on this stock on Oracle, but I'm sure it's a $200 stock, so I'm pretty sure they're expensive. So be careful, trade smart. Okay, trade what you know to be true. Let's put that on the weekly watch list. I see the chat rolling. Give me a second here. Where'd it go? There it is. There we go. We got another one in there. And then let's go AVGO. AVGO has been also doing great. Kathy Woods. Not Kathy Woods. Pulsey. What's her name? Oh, that's not her name either. Come on. What's her name? She trades NVIDIA all the time. Starts with a P. Come on, Brent. You're in the politics. Who is it? Pelosi. That's it. Pelosi. Nancy Pelosi in the house. All right. She exercised some calls on this thing and made all kind of money. All right. And then Warren Buffett's in this as well. And one thing I saw, you can get on TrendSpider, and I'm pretty sure they got a congressman or woman scanner in whatever they're trading. You can trade as well. You just copy their trades. It's a thing. People do that. People do that. And anyway, I looked at some options that she was getting in on, and what she does is buy options super crazy in the money, like way deep in the money. Nobody can afford these. I mean, they're ridiculous. Like $300, for an option contract. All right. Now that's $300 for the option. That's like, it's ridiculous. I can't even times that by 3. 300 times 3. That's how much it is. Thank you. Thank you. That's hilarious. Nancy Progrogi. That's hilarious. That's the same dollar. That's so funny. Anyway, so this has been in the news. It's at all-time highs. It's working, all right? It's just doing great. And possible 2-2 reversal back down. I wouldn't. Ugly shooter. We'll go with ugly shooter. All right. I know JJ would be like, dude, that's a doji piece of crap thing. Like, I know. It's pretty, I don't know. But definitely a lot closer to being 2-2 reversal back down. Could be some profit taking below 271.15 and the magnitude's 260.266. And could be some downside. Now, do we have combinations? Do we have multiple time frames on these charts? No. All we have is the ugly shooter on the week. That's all we got. All right. That's how you want to talk about trading combinations. I'll talk about it. That's right. Helmets and force. That's right. That's right. Kevin Bird is in the house. January call option on Jobby is up 281%. Wow. Kevin Bird. Bird is the word. In California, you got to be a good trader in California because you got to wake up at 6:30 in the morning trade, boy. You east side folks don't get it. Y'all like, oh, just wake up all late and everything. You know, East Coast people. Nah, Kevin Bird said, and he's a Strat warrior in the house. Generate call options on Jobby, 281%. Hammer in force. Booyah. How many winners from last week? Shri, how many winners from last week? I cleared the weekly signals. I did do a wrap up. So I went through and I did it last night. I did it for the Weekend Shift Crew members. I will cut some of that out and I'll post a video for you, okay? I'll post a video because I have been doing that, and I did not do that this time because I was like, we got to make this list. All right? You guys already helped me and worked with me to delay the show. So good question, Shri. I'll get you an answer. How many winners from last week? Very good. Thank you, Shri. Thank you. Okay, I think that does it for all the super chat stuff. What do you guys? Give me some questions. We are in that question situation. That question, the last 15 minutes, I like to do questions. Then we can keep looking at this. We can keep building this up as well. Oh shoot, Jodell. I wasn't ignoring you, Jodell. Thank you for the super chat, though. Thank you. He was like, "Come on, man. I put these in here earlier." I know. Thank you. I owe you one. Thank you. All right, so Western Digital to the highs. All right, it all started with a hammer in force back in May. It went in force, hammer in April, went in force in May, and to the highs. All right, very good. Yes, you could have bought some shares in that thing, all right? But if you traded options on that, I'm sure it was really, really good because look at these weeks. Look at these days, look at these 60s now. The money flow index is not showing, it's not really, if this is going vertical, you want this to be just straight up, right? Remember Jobby? But they're not really, it's steady. I'd rather have my Actionable Signals just keep going in the right direction, right? That's what I want. So we'll see what they want to do. No actionable, oh no, we got a Momo Hammer for next week, all right? Momo Hammer. And it's inside. All right, good eyes. Okay, so here's the situation. All right, let's say Jordell. I don't know where Jordell got in at, but let's just say he got in way down here. All right, but let's say Shri wants to be in this, okay, and he didn't get in way down in here. All right, now in the strat we don't go, oh, we missed it. No, we don't do that. We say, okay, what can we do? How can we get in here? Okay. So now you have an inside bar, all right, also a Momo Hammer. That goes in force, the magnitude $70.73. Now, if you're a swing trader and you're like, okay, let's look at this broadening formation on the week. Why do I want to be in this, okay? Because I want to see if I get up to $79. I want to see if it goes back up to 81. Like Western Digital, looking at the news, looking at Benzinga News, looking at this, like all the stuff, like Citigroup maintains buy on Western Digital, raises price target to 78. Uh-oh, that's kind of ironic. Anyway, $1,000 in Western Digital 5 years ago would be worth this. I mean, there's a lot of good news on this, okay, right? So this would be your way in, okay? This would be your way in. Now, let's go back to the idea of combinations. Are there any other combinations in here? No, there are no other actionable signals here, okay? Now that, I was going to say Nirvana setup, but no. So there's no more actionable signals on the chart. So all you have is this, all right? Now, that's your way in, okay? That's your way in. And then Western Digital used to be somebody, okay? That's what I'm talking about. Western Digital used to be somebody. Give me 107. Give me 114. All right? Take me back to December 2014 at $114.55. Now, if you got in way down here and you're watching me on the weekend shift and I'm laughing at everybody who got in at 107, you got in at 107, you dumb. You ain't looking at time frame continuity and you ain't looking at broadening formations and you dumb, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, hey, Strat Soldier, I don't care. I don't care. I got in way down here, bruh. I don't even care. And we're going to laugh. We're going to laugh so hard. We're going to be laughing. I'll be laughing at me too. All right. Very good pick. Let's see what it's doing on the quarter and the year, because this looks like it's just good. Outside year to the upside, very good, very, very good. Green screen action here. Come on, green screen. My green screen hates me right now. It's just like, whatever, man. Outside year to the upside, all right. And then on the quarterly, 3-2 up on the quarter, all right? Very good. Let's put that on the macro list so we don't forget that one. Macro, very good. And we'll put that on the actionable signals for next week, okay? Good eyes, good eyes. And then Amazon, give me some of that Amazon action. All right, Amazon. I talked about Amazon on the Weekend Shift Crew and videos, and it went to the highs, all right? This was fantastic. 2-2 reversal back up on Friday, all right? Went for us above 222.87. Now, these little purple things you can barely see. I need to change them to a different color because you can't see that crap. Anyway, I got me a Strat bot. That's right. I created a Strat bot for Amazon. Takes 2-2 reversals on the daily chart, and then this is my entry. This is also, this will get me in. This will also get me out. Okay, the Strat bot is working. The trading bots in TrendSpider, you link them up with a signal stack, all right, and now you're trading. Now your trades are working for you, all right. It's buying and selling for you. I got the same thing on Apple, all right. So go check that out. I also have a code for promo code for signal stack if you want to look at that. That way you can go back to work. All right, like for example, I think Brent, and there's a couple other traders that they work 12-hour shifts, man, and they can't be looking at their phones and crap. All right, so this is a way to trade while automatically while you're and you make these yourself. All right, you make those yourself, and let you trade during the day so you don't miss all the stuff. But Amazon, let me get back to Amazon. Sorry about that. Amazon's been doing great. It's yesterday was the last day of Prime Day. Hopefully you got something. Hopefully you got some goodies. And the magnitude's 242.81. All right. Let's finish the top of that broadening formation because that's very obvious to see here. Bam. Okay. There's your broadening formation on Amazon. Very good. Okay. Test the highs, test the lows, test the highs, test the lows, test the highs, test the lows. Now we're going back. Can we get back up to 242? All right, that's what we're trying to do. That's what we're trying to do. Any combinations, okay? Well, we got a Momo hammer for next week. That Momo hammer goes in force above 226.65. The magnitude, it's going to blow past these two really quick, and the magnitude's 241.95. That puts you back at the top of the broadening formation on the week and the month, okay? So hopefully Prime Day worked. There was a lot of people out there saying Prime Day was slow and not making as much money as usual. We know that has to deal with inflation and other stuff, okay? Stock pick of the day, can Prime Day propel Amazon to new heights? Come on now, that's in TrendSpider. And interesting stuff here, okay? All right. JP Morgan maintains overweight on Amazon.com, raises price target to 255. Ooh. Now we like to use prices that are actually on the chart. All right. We don't just make up. We don't just get in here and go, it's going to 260. It's never been at 260 ever. We wanna take out actual stops. Okay. So we're looking for 242. That's what we want to do. 242. Amazon. We'll put that on the watch list for next week. Momo Hammer. Any question? Oh, I thought I saw a question here because this is the question portion. Put more tickers in the chat if you want. That's okay. Any update on the coffee cups and t-shirts? I did. I said it. Mick Strat said, y'all want these. Okay. I got them designed. I just got to order them. And I think I'm just going to ship them straight up. Just ship them straight up. Do it. Send it. I think it's going to be a lot easier way to do that. I got to set up payment for all that. But I think that's what I'm going to do. So they will be here. Give me till the end of the quarter, okay? Give me the end of the quarter. That's a long time. Give me August. AMD this week. AMD did great, all right? AMD, 1-3, all right? There's that 1 bar rep strat I was talking about, 1-3, okay? And then for the people that trade with 8X, he likes to look for that 1-3-2, see you later. And then 8X, have you seen 8X's pages, YouTube, Twitter and Instagram? This guy's in like Rome. Like not Rome, Indiana, not Rome, Massachusetts. Like he's in for real, like Rome. You know what I mean? Like Rome. Oh, Mr. Luciano, I know. We're in the tank right now. We're in the tank. You might bump your head. You know, we're doing battle. So we gotta have a helmet on. I got some ammo. I'm ready to go. AMD, we'll see if that goes. I'm not going to put that on the list, but if you like to trade that 1-3-2, see you later, that's good. All right. And AMD is doing some great things. It's they said they got some chips that can rival NVIDIA's chips. Okay. So we'll see. It does go 3-2 up on the quarter at 147.95. On the yearly chart, next year could be really good. We'll see what they want to do here. We might get a 2-2 reversal on the year there. And this, I'm going to put that on the macro list for the quarter because I would take that trade, yes. I was in AMD and I got out. I was like, nope, automatic money destroyer. Get out of this thing. So it's already on the macro list, okay? And let's put that on the 2. Is that 2 up on the month? I'm pretty sure it is. Nope, still inside, all right? Once it goes 2 up on the month, we'll put that on 2 up on the month list, okay? Knee said, oh, my knee. Oh, my knee. I had a soldier, good dude, but I had a soldier during this really hot summer, and he was like, oh, sorry, my knee hurts. We was in this tent, a GP medium. Terry Baker knows what I'm talking about. Anyway, and it was in this tent, and it's the middle of summer, hot, in the middle of the woods, burning up, sweating, digging holes because we're stupid anyway. And oh, my knee hurts. Sorry, my knee hurts. It's about to rain. I'm like, shut up. And we couldn't, and during this training, we couldn't have our phones. So there was no cell phones, no nothing. Hold on, I got to tell you this story. I know you asked for the actual, so I got to tell you this story. So there's no phones. No, you better not have a phone. You better not have a phone. And so we could not look at the weather. We did have radio, but we weren't listening to the weather. All right, we weren't listening to that. We were listening to the music. So, he's like, my knee really hurts, sir. My knee hurts. It's about to rain. I can tell. I know it's going to rain. I was like, dude, stop talking. You've been saying that for 2 hours. It ain't raining, you know, and it's a lot more wordy dirds, you know, but you got me on the big screen and the kids are running around, so I ain't going to talk like that. This is a family show. And anyway, I'd say about an hour later, it got dark fast. Thunderstorm. I mean, soaked. Everybody drenched in mud. The holes we dug in the ground full of water. It was a daggone monsoon. like Forrest Gump said, it was raining sideways. It was bad. And we're sitting in that tent, and I said, dude, I will never doubt you ever again. He said his knee hurts. That means it's about to rain. I've been telling that story for 5 years. I think maybe even more than that. I've been telling that story for a while because I was impacted. that left a lasting impression on me, boy. Somebody say their knee hurts and they say it's about to rain, there's no reason to doubt that person. Anyway, let's go back to knee. Insight on the month right now, doing nothing really, just kind of trading sideways on the month. And then look at this week, golly, trading sideways on the week. Why do you want to be in knee? Look at this mess. But let's just say, you know what you're doing, all right? Maybe this inside week and inside week and hammer, maybe it gets back out of all this. Maybe that's what you're really looking for, right? Let's see if we can get back up to, let's see if we can get above $74.96. Let's see if we can get to $79.19. $83.86 and $85.72. All right, let's see if Knee Energy gets their act together. Come on, Knee. Come on, Knee. My knee is hurting, Sarn. Let's see if we get back up there. It used to be up there $93. All right, something happened here. All right, somebody do something right here. All right, but they might be getting back up there. We'll see. We'll see. We'll put that on there. Insight on the possible 312 up. All right, hammer on the week. Possible 312 up. Let's see. Anything else? It is 1300 where I'm at. Someone said good eyes on AMD. Let's see here. His knees whacking the weatherman. Man, it was wild. It was so weird. I was like, what is happening? Throwing that 50 cal. Yep. You drive. Get out of it. Don't you get that weapon wet. Don't get that weapon wet. You get that 50 cal wet, that thing's gonna rest up on you. I'm going through the chat, seeing if there's anything I missed. This was so much fun. Thank you so much for everybody being here. Let's get out of the tank. Oh, let's see what we got for the list so far. We don't have a whole bunch, all right, but we got some, all right? We have some. We got Carvana with a shooter on the week, all right? Possible profit taking. We got AVGO, shooter on the week, possible profit taking. We got Knee, Momo Hammer inside on the week, all right? Hammer. I'm so used to saying Momo Hammer. Hammer. Possible 312 up. ARC with shooter on the week for some profit taking. Probably FSLR inside on the week. Now that can go either way. It can go above 148.50 to the highs. A lot closer to going to the lows. Be below 162.01. The magnitude's 139. Oracle shooter on the week for some possible profit taking. WDC. Momo Hammer and inside, all right, and then Amazon, give me Momo Hammer in force, all right, do it, come on, do it, all right, beware of earnings, thank you so much, or Jodell, beware of earnings on WDC and Amazon in a few weeks, okay, that could be a very good, well, Amazon's got Prime going on, WDC, there are other people that will buy into earnings. Here's something I've seen that was really smart. This is a little bit of play on what Rob taught us, okay? He used to say, trade it after the news comes out, all right? Then you know what's going on. But then there's other people that they know people want to buy into a stock before earnings because, going to be good news. And then they cut it right before earnings. Now that is something smart. Just buy this thing as it's working, and then the day before earnings, take your money, and then let the news come out, and you can work it again. All right, that's really cool. And people like to sell options that way too. Thank you so much, Jordell. Good eyes. Thank you. That's how we protect each other. We are a community. We work together. Speaking of community, get in thestratsoldier.com. I started a community in there. Let me get out of this tank. It's hot in the tank. It's hot in here. Let me get out of the tank. All right. We did a good job. We got some good actionable signals. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got 8 actionable signals for next week, and we want those to reconfirm what we're seeing on the month. All right, and then for the weekend shift crew, I will be in the Strat Warriors. I will be going through those every day. All right, and then helping you develop. We're going to we're going to note what's in force on the week, and then we're going to use those signals to create our daily watch list. Okay, I do that every day. Get on. There's a membership section here on YouTube. Go check it out. It'll get you some more value. Okay, and I did a show last night at midnight. All right, it's my YouTube. All right, I do what I want. So if I want to get on in the middle of the night, I'm gonna get on in the middle of the night. So get you guys some more value, okay? And I'm still putting out free stuff. That's why I'm here and putting out those little clips and things like that. And if you are subscribed to me, I regularly play videos in the middle of the night. All right, get those free late night lessons. All right. So go to thestratsoldier.com. Check out my ebook. Hammer in force. That's one actionable signal that's going to get you into anything you want to trade. All right, you want to trade equities, you want to trade crypto, you want to trade commodities, you want to trade forex. Hammer. All right, everybody's talking about Bitcoin. They need to be talking about what actionable signals do I got in Bitcoin to get me in this thing. That's what they need to be talking about. All right, hammer in force. Thank you, Jordell. So go to thestratsoldier.com. All right, you can sign up for it, and then here I'll put the link in there, and then you go to the Strat Camp community, and it's there. Okay, hold on, let me get you. Come on, dang it! I can't type when people are watching me. I get nervous. There it is. So there you go. Get in there, and that's the link. So you can click it, go in there, and then just sign up for it. Or you can also get you an ebook or something like that. Anyway, and that'll get you in there. And I'm posting a lot of stuff, and I'm posting more in there than I post on Twitter or other places. Okay. And then what I really want is, instead of having like an extra Discord thing, I don't get Discord anyway. I don't understand it. But I like this Strat Camp community. It's more like forums, and ask me questions. I answer them, and then if you're lucky, I'll make some videos. Or if it's a really good question, I'll be using them on coaching sessions and stuff like that as well. Get more value. Get more value. The midnight motivational YouTube videos. Yes, right. That's right, Sandollar. That's right. I like them because when midnight for us on the East Coast is like 9 o'clock for California. So Kevin Bird is just like he's just chilling out, eat some popcorn, watch some extra weekend shift stuff. VALE. Oh, that's a ticker. VALE. He's like, I like that value. No, he likes that ticker. Very good. And then combat load. That's going to get you everything on the website. All right. We're going to be doing a Strat Camp webinar later on this month, and maybe even next week. So that's it. Thank you, Sandala. Your midnight. My midnight is there 9 p.m. That's right. That is right. So it works out for them as well. And then my 3 in the morning is their midnight. So it's something for everybody. So Go check that out. Always trying to provide you guys more value. Go check out the course. Go check out the Strat the Strat trade checklist. Okay, the Strat trade checklist. All right, I might even run a special on that because you guys need to learn how to trade combinations correctly, not this domino effect crap. All right, get a course, learn how to trade combinations correctly. All right, the Strat trade checklist. Thank you so much. Great show. Thank you, Brent. Thank you. I'm going to get out of here. You guys get to a point, you can add some more to your list. Get to a point where you're like, okay, I'm done, and then close your laptop. All right. I am the Strat Soldier. I show you guys how to trade without losing your real life, your capital or your time. All right. Sometimes we learn this stuff, we get excited, and we think we need to be on the charts all day, every day. You don't. All right. That's why we learn the Strat. We learn the Strat so that we can go, okay, we got our signals for the week. It's Saturday. I get to chill. Everybody on Sunday's like, oh, let's figure out what we want to do on Sunday. And now you're eating up your whole Sunday, and instead of chilling out with the fam, you know. We already did our work. Anyway, here we go. Here we go. Yes. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Strat trade checklist course. Yep. I'll talk to you guys later. This is the Strat Soldier for the weekend shift. Thank you so much for everybody being in here. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.